This is Simple Living with Biata. For the last year, I've been developing our 18 acres of raw land to build our dream home and homestead from scratch. I've learned so many new skills along the way, from using a chainsaw, clearing our whole acre, using an excavator, learning how to wire, plumbing, framing, and there's so much more to come. If this is something that interests you, consider subscribing and let's get started. Good morning. It is a balmy -10 today and I have my hauling sled with me. I gotta go back to my vehicle and grab some lumber because I'm going to be fixing my doors today. You guys were very upset with my doors, but what makes it even worse is I found out my doors could do this. You can just pull this open with it fully locked. You don't even have to have a screwdriver with you. You can just open it up. You would have to be a really bad robber to not figure that one out. So I'm going to be fixing this today in -10 degrees. It's freezing. Let's get started. There are so many deer here this morning, and when I was bringing the lumber up to the shed, and I turned around because I heard a noise behind me. Normally it's just like a squirrel in the distance, but to see an actual like big creature behind you, it's a little unsettling sometimes, but they're so cute. Never had anything like this happen before. That was really scary. I think my blade is too dull. I'm gonna have to figure out how to switch it. I've never done it before. It just like flew up out of my hand. I don't know if I should try again with a clamp, maybe. Safety first. I should be wearing my goggles saying safety first. I'm supposed to square something by yourself. So this door is a 1/2 inch out of square. So I need to fix that, and doing that on my own is a little tricky. So I'm going to try to use some strapping and some screws and see if I can try to get them equal. I feel like I need to tack this in or something. I don't know how to get this to stop moving, so I think I need to screw it into the floor, which kind of sucks. Okay, that works really well. Where you measure twice, cut once, or maybe measure 3 times, cut once, because the framing for this whole door is off by 10 inches. I thought it was supposed to be 74.5 and it's supposed to be 84.5, so that's super unfortunate. Luckily the OSB is much taller, so it's not that big of a deal. I feel like such a goof. Anyways, I have a stack of wood where the door is going so that I can prop the framing on top of that. We'll see if this works. I really don't feel like starting over. I thought it was gonna be easy. Sorry my camera angles didn't show this, but when I was trying to stand the door up on the stack of wood, the top of the door got caught on the header of the framing for the wall. So I had to lift it up manually, which was really heavy. That was really hard. Did it work? Oh, yay, okay. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, so what needs to happen is either above the door where framing is and where the OSB is over top, I either need to take a little part of that OSB out so that the OSB on the door can like inset into it, or I need to cut the OSB that's on the door. Lunch break. So I've decided to leave the doors alone and cut the little piece of OSB above the door that's on the header, just a couple of inches, so that the door can like be flush against the header. I do think it's gonna be a little bit tricky because on my circle saw, it is a Ryobi. I bought it like 10 years ago. I need a new one, but it doesn't have like a way to set the depth on it. So I think I'm just gonna have to be extra careful to not cut through the header. Okay, I've cut off the OSB at the top, and now to get this up, and I have to go really quickly because I have to go pick up my daughter from school. All right, we got one door in. Hey, all right. Next door. Ah, I did it! Yay! Okay, the moment of truth. Woohoo! Okay, now to see if they close. No. No. What a fail. Like, I knew they would touch. I just thought I'd be able to push through. You can. Okay, this is tomorrow's issue. I have to go. These screws are holding the fort down for the night. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. So it does close actually quite nicely. It's just, you have to give it a really big push. I think what I'm gonna do is take a Sawzall and just kind of cut the back edges off to be able to get them to close more easily. I think I'm gonna try my circ saw first to see if I can just like do it on an angle going up. This is too hard to do with the door moving. I feel really silly. I can just open this all the way and it'll stop moving. Nice. Oh, even that closes so much nicer with just one cut. All right, on to the next one. So the next test is to see if they will stay closed when locked, because like before you could just open it even though it was locked. Moment of truth. It just opens right up. What the heck? Well, if that doesn't work, I do have a second lock with me that I'm gonna try. And if this doesn't work, it's back to the drawing board. Okay, let's see if you can open this without unlocking it. You can. That's too bad. Back to the drawing board, I guess. I cannot get over how cold it is right now, so I'm gonna get my body moving. I need to grab the rest of these form boards for our foundation. They're out in a pile outside. I'd rather have them in here for the winter, so I'm gonna bring them in and get my body moving, and hopefully I can get warm again. Well, I'm calling it a quits for the day. Super early. There's not a ton left for me to do here. So I'm gonna go run some errands, get a new chain, and get the chainsaw going tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. We got a little bit of snow last night and everything is looking super beautiful, and I'm pretty much done the shed now, which is really exciting. And so it's time to move on to some more land development and winter prep for next year. I have so many piles of logs and brush, and I think I'm gonna be spending my whole winter cutting logs, splitting logs, piling, burning brush, and cleaning up our wetlands. So with that being said, it's time to whip out the chainsaw, get a new chain on it, and start organizing my life, which are these massive wood piles. I've never seen a more tangled chain out of a box. There are many places to start, but this pile is closest to our home build, and I want to get it out of the way as quickly as possible, especially since I don't have a tarp on it and it's probably going to snow and get covered soon. So I'm going to try to work away at this and create like a nice stack somewhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so hard to start. I can't even seem to get a full pull on the cord on this one. And there's no like decompression valve or whatever it is. Sometimes I wish I went with a different machine. I wish I knew about that decompression valve because it's really hard to start. I think I'm gonna stack the wood kind of to this side of the shed, so this falling down tree needs to go. I'm gonna be sore by the end of the day, that's for sure. Although I felt like this was the best place to start so that I can get this pile untangled, There is so much dirt in here from the excavator and it's destroying my chain. So I'm just trying to pull chunks out. I'm going to go stack them over there as much as I can. A lot of them are already cut to a nice size that would fit in a wood boiler anyways. They just might take longer to dry. You can throw full-on logs into a wood boiler as long as they fit. And honestly, this might be a job for an excavator or a skid steer. I'm already hurting my back so much. And this winter, we're going to have to deal with all this brush. I'm thinking I'm going to have to rent an excavator. I don't want to because it's expensive to rent it for a week. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Feel free to suggest something because there are piles of logs and brush all over this property. Anyways, I'm going to work on the pile that is behind the shed and start cutting it up into 18-inch chunks and go from there. Take the maples out of this pile and just stack softwoods over here. Hardwoods are heavy. Tower. I am closing up shop for the day, but before I go, I finally found a latch that's going to keep my shed locked. I'm hoping that this is third time's the charm. There we go. We have a locked shed. So thank you so much for watching this week's video of finishing up the shed and getting ready for our winter next year. There's a long way to go on this journey, so be sure to subscribe, like, and comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And with that, I will see you next week.